Hey guys, it's Shannon. Today I wanted to do my fashion and beauty hot picks for the month of May. And so the first thing I want to talk about this month, there wasn't really a whole lot that stood out for me for this coming month. But one thing that I know that people are going to be shopping for and that I do think that you should focus on is bathing suits. And so obviously we know that the market is going to be saturated with neon colored bathing suits, and everybody's going to be picking up their neon bikinis, and we already know that. So I'm going to encourage you guys to be a little bit different and a little more fashion forward, and to kind of choose things that are going to stand out from the rest of the group. And so my recommendation on the type of bathing suit to pick up for this year is going to be a retro style, something from the 50s and 60s. There are a lot of them out this spring right now, already available, that are really super cute. So you're going to be looking for kind of a halter top style top in most cases, with a little bit of a higher waisted bottoms. They typically cut right at the top of the thighs. We've all seen the older movies to know kind of what the cut is like and what the style is like. And so go for one of those retro bathing suits. Those are really going to stand out from the crowd. If you really want to show off your figure, a lot of people think that kind of showing everything is better, but I know a lot of guys who will tell you that those retro bikinis are going to be so sexy to them. Because it doesn't show off everything, but it definitely shows your curves. So try that. If you can't find a retro cut, there are going to be plenty of them out there. But if you're just looking at a typical store like Target or Walmart or someplace like that, you are going to be less likely to find them in those locations, probably. So if you can't really find the cut, then just go for a very retro print. And my suggestion would be obviously tiny polka dots. If you can get a solid colored bathing suit, it doesn't have to be one piece, but it could be a one piece. But two pieces that are a solid color and then have a contrasting color of tiny polka dots, that's retro as well. So that's going to be my suggestion fashion-wise. Now there's also a big push right now for sunglasses, obviously, because we're moving into summer. So you're going to see a lot of advertising for sunglasses. And one thing I'm seeing a lot of, which I think is kind of interesting, and it does kind of tie into my retro bathing suit, is kind of a resurgence of a cat eye sunglass. Now, these are not traditional cat eye sunglasses, and if you're going to rock the retro bathing suit, and you're really going to rock it out, if you're really going to pull off the whole style and do your hair and that kind of thing, then the cat's eye sunglasses that you're going to see out right now are not really going to be enough for that look. Go find yourself, if you really want to pull all of that off and really push the look from head to toe, go find yourself some real cat's eye sunglasses. But the cat's eye that they're sort of pushing right now really just reminds me of just any old pair of cheap $5 or $10 sunglasses that you can find anywhere. It almost looks exactly like the 3D movie glasses that you get when you go to the movie theater. It's essentially those glasses. The only thing that makes them different, and the reason that they're calling them cat's eye, is because they are rounded on the bottom just like they normally would be, but what they've done is on the top they've made it just either slightly curved or almost flat. And so what happens is at the corner, when you have that rounded edge coming up to kind of a flatter top, it creates this little sort of a triangle, kind of on this outer end. Now it's not, it's not a true cat's eye. It's just going to be a little bit of a corner right here. And they're cute sunglasses. They're sunglasses that anybody really can kind of pull off. I think they're fine. You can go buy them, but I'm going to tell you, don't spend lots of money on them. Those are ones that you can find them anytime for $5 or $10. So go buy them for $5 or $10. Don't spend a ton of money on those sunglasses, but you're going to see a big push for the sunglasses right now, obviously, and you're going to see a lot of that style, so keep that in mind. And as far as makeup goes, oddly enough, the makeup does kind of tie in with my sort of retro bathing suit cat's eye sunglass style, because there's a big push again for red lipsticks, which I think is great. I love red lipsticks. You guys know that I push for red lipsticks often. But it seems to me like red lipstick is sort of coming back like every other month right now. They're kind of pushing it just about every other month. And everybody should have a good red lipstick, so if you don't have one, go get yourself one. But I'm not as excited about that as I am some, maybe some other things. So here's what I think about it. If you don't have a red lipstick, go get yourself one. Obviously, the red lipstick is going to go really well if you really want to push the pinup girl, retro bathing suit, the real cat's eye sunglasses, the whole bit. Then, rock that out. But what I would say is do it with a twist. I don't like to blend in with the crowd. I'm never going to suggest to you all the trends that you're going to see everywhere. I'm always either going to have you suggest the trend and push it a little bit to the limit, or I'm going to do a completely different trend that's going to make you stand out more from the crowd. So just like everything else, I'm going to say take this pinup look, if you're going to do the pinup look, and put a twist on it. And what I would suggest is to use the kind of bright neon orange lipsticks. They're going around anyway, so you may as well, rock it out, right? So get the bright orange lipsticks. I recommended before Tutti Frutti from the Revlon lip butters. And instead of doing the traditional pinup look with the red lip, we know you're going to have the cat eye. Do it with a twist of color. So maybe rock it out with the Tutti Frutti color and do the exact same look, but do it with an orange twist. Or any color really that you feel like you want to pull off. You could do it with a bright pink twist. That would be gorgeous as well. So anyway, take the trend and make it your own. That's what I'm always encouraging people to do. Now, really what I want to talk about makeup-wise, because, I don't know, red lipstick is kind of, normal to me. And actually, if I was really going to push red lipstick colors, I'd probably be talking about them in the fall more than the spring. But that's neither here or there. You should still have a red lipstick. So what I want to talk about really that's more important right now than any of the trends is that we need to start focusing on moving into kind of more of our bronzy looks, because we are starting to move into summer and you are going to start to get, color on the skin more than likely. And so the big thing we need to be thinking about is kind of a transition from contouring to bronzing. And so I did want to touch on that just a little bit this month, because there is a difference between contouring your face and bronzing your face. Contouring is about changing the way your face appears as far as fullness. You can slim your face by contouring. You can exaggerate recesses and make other areas kind of stand out. And so usually we're talking about kind of, making the cheeks look like they're sucked in a little bit farther to make our face look thinner. Some people like to do it here around the edge if they feel like they have a wide forehead. You can kind of make your forehead appear smaller as you contour. Whereas bronzing is about adding color where the sun would naturally hit you. So what we need to focus on, and you can do the two together, but quite honestly, once you have a fairly tanned face, you really don't have to focus so much on contouring. Your face is going to kind of contour itself naturally because of the tanning. What you want to do at that point is focus on, are you bronzed and are you accentuating, places where you would normally get sun. So we want to ease off of the contouring as far as under the cheekbones and, around the temple. And we want to start focusing on bronzing, which is adding kind of all over color, which you would get with a tan, but then also accentuating places where you would normally get the most sun. So obviously across the nose and the cheeks like this. For a lot of people, it's across the brow bone. If you have, quite a protruding brow bone, you're going to get a lot of sun right here. If you're like me, you're going to get a lot of sun. Start to think about easing up on your contouring and starting to focus on adding that healthy, summery, sunshiny glow. Because again, we want to stay away from, real tans, because obviously it's damaging to the skin. But you do want to replicate it. You can use your self tanners, but you can also replicate it with a little bit of makeup. So ease off of the contouring, focus more on areas that you typically would get more sun, and start to bronze that up and give that some, tannish, golden, brown color. Don't go too heavy right now because it will just look like a mask on your face. You gotta ease into it. But remember that you're going to get the majority of that color here, so you need to bronze up your cheeks some, and then you can add actual blush color over top of that bronzing. Okay, so that's going to be my recommendation for May for starting to, for kind of a hot pick for beauty. Obviously, you can do the red lipstick if you want to. If you're really going to go full force on the retro look and rock it out, you know, do a twist on it with some of the other lipstick shades that are bright right now. That would be fun. But really focus more on kind of moving into how you accentuate different things in your face. We're moving out of the winter, out of the paler months, and into the summer months, and so bronzing is going to kind of take over, and contouring you can kind of ease off of a little bit, especially if you have a real suntan from the sun, because your face is going to naturally contour itself. Okay, so I hope this was helpful, and if you have any questions about any of that, let me know, and I hope you are enjoying these videos. Like I said, I kind of like to push the envelope a little bit with style. I never like people to blend in with everybody else. I always like for each person to kind of find their own unique style, and that style can change often, even from day to day, but I kind of like when somebody can sort of take a look and rock it out and stand out from the crowd. And so that's what I'm always going to encourage you to do, is kind of stand out from the crowd and create your own style, still be in fashion. You know, you don't have to stand out in a bad way, you can stand out in a really good way. And believe me, those retro bathing suits are going to make you stand out in a good way. So rock it out with confidence, because people are going to notice you. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.